Now, one other person who is in the studio, and I'd like to bring him into our conversation, and he has been putting his money where his mouth is, Ritesh Tilani, the founder and CEO of CareZone, a friend of the Unwired program. How are you today, Ritesh?
I'm good. Thanks for having me in. It's always a pleasure to be back on the show.
Now, last time we saw you was out at GTEx, and you launched CareZone last year in August. Now, tell us, CareZone is an app which can help people get involved with charities. Tell us a little bit about CareZone and how's it been going in the last couple of months.
Sure. So CareZone is actually a platform that's enabled by an app, and we basically use the app kind of as a loyalty program in your pocket on your phone that helps you earn points for simple things like visiting stores and spending money there and eating out and things like that. Mm-hmm. And these points, you collect them every day. Mm-hmm. And half of those points you can use for yourself mm-hmm. as rewards, mm-hmm. and the other half you can give away to your favorite cause. And that's what's really different about CareZone. It's the fact that you get to pick which cause benefits from your individual actions.
Mm-hmm. And there's all sorts of ways that people can participate in donating with CareZone. Just walk us through some of the different types of ways people can contribute.
So basically, I mean, if you have causes that are near and dear to your heart, such as environmental causes, you want to help plant mangroves. If you want to help plant trees in the desert. If you want to help the kids in Palestine, so PCRF is one of our causes as well. The World Food Program is on board as well. So there's all sorts of causes. So, I mean, environmental, animal-related, local, regional, global. I mean, we cover it all. We'd like to give people as many different causes to pick from mm-hmm. to give to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, when it comes to hearing, you yourself, Ritesh, hearing Yorgos's journey and the success that he's had, and during the break, we discovered that you guys actually went to business school together. So, what with these kind of ideas and these kind of movements, how encouraging is it for you to continue on with, CareZone, considering, I mean, the economic times that we're under, and obviously you guys are after funds as well too.
I mean, seeing Yorgos get the kind of attention and the success that they've achieved in just a matter of 2 months is phenomenal for any entrepreneur who's trying to come up with something creative. So it's very, very encouraging. Mm-hmm. I love to see more and more entrepreneurs succeeding. Mm-hmm. And it's very challenging at times for all of us. But it's, the recognition that you get at the end of the day for achieving the results that you wanted to achieve that keeps you going. And that's been the case with CareZone as well, aside from the funding, which I think we're going to get to soon.
Mm-hmm. But CareZone has been doing particularly well. Best new business in SME Advisor, best charity application in tbreak.com, best mobile app finalist from WAMDA. Just tell us about the numbers. How many people are now using CareZone and how many charities are you actually supporting?
So we have a few hundred registered users. I will say that they're not all very active right now. It's been a number of months since we launched, and the problem has been that we haven't had money to put into things like business development and marketing, and that's what we need funding for, mm-hmm. so that we can grow the platform, give people more places to be able to use CareZone at, more places that they frequent. And again, that requires funding. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people haven't even heard about CareZone yet. When I tell them about it, they're like, oh, that's a really cool idea. I never heard about it. Mm-hmm. So that tells me that there is a lot of potential as long as we can spend money on getting the word out.
A very good afternoon to you. If you've just joined us, you're listening to the Unwired program with Desley Humphrey and Rama Chikaki. We've been joined in the studio by Yorgos Aklivo-Kiotis and Ritesh Tilani. And just before the break, we've been going through the trials and tribulations of keeping funding for businesses startup businesses. But I wonder if I could put the question to both of you guys. How do you enable sustained giving? How can you sustain the excitement that the Up Greek tourism campaign has generated and translate it into sustainable giving? I mean, I guess it's one of the biggest challenges, right, Ritesh, for you guys?
Absolutely. I mean, what we try to do is not ask for people to give money out of their own pockets, for example. So that makes it a little easier to get them involved. And we've created a platform that allows them to use things that they do every day. for example, eating out and shopping, that generates the benefit for their causes. So in a way, as long as people just keep in mind that there is a loyalty platform out there that benefits causes that they can use very easily, they're going to get benefit for their causes and themselves on a sustained basis, on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm. And Rama, I guess you're heavily involved in this from the grassroots level. How do you kind of encourage entrepreneurs who want to do something like this and create a platform for giving and keep the excitement at a level that continues the momentum?
Well, first of all, the social enterprise model is really key to the success of giving. I think people are exhausted by just donating money without some return, and I think with the social enterprise, it allows you some financial return so you can sustain it, maybe slower sustainability, but it's there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And second, you're measuring return on social investment. So you're measuring social return. You're reporting on it. You're telling people, look at what your money has done. Look at how far it went. Look at what we've been able to do for Greece. Look at what we've been able to do for the charities that CareZone supports. And that's very key, because once people see the outcome, they get excited by it, and they're able to donate more. And we'll hear more from the PCRF and how even as a charity, they're moving more into the social enterprise model of at least reporting on their success. I mean, right now, it's funny we're having this conversation. It's coinciding with ArabNet, and now there's a big buzz about all of the new startups in ArabNet. There was a buzz last year about the startups, but a lot of it fizzles away over the year. You know, we're in this country, in this region, we get so excited and hyped up by campaigns, and then over time things fizzle, and we don't support the really sustainable enterprise that are key to developing entrepreneurship. You know, where are the people supporting CareZone? Where are the investors that can possibly support CareZone, which is an enterprise that is both self-sustaining, could be self-sustaining, as well as support charities? I think this is a question we should ask ourselves. Investors should be asking themselves, beyond the initial hype, where are you, and are you delivering to support entrepreneurship? Is
this your biggest frustration, Ritesh?
It kind of is, actually. This is what I've invested most of my time recently into. It's to make sure that CareZone gets funding so we can take it to the next stage. I mean, we've gotten amazing recognition. I'm very, very happy, and it's a huge honor. We've been nominated for another set of awards next month as well, the Mobies. So it's great. And then we're also getting a lot of support from our user base. Everyone who's used it loves the app. They love how easy to use it is and user friendly. We've validated the business model and hence the opportunity to a certain extent. And now we just need investors to help us take it to the next level. So yeah, it is quite frustrating. Now, Rama, as you said earlier on the show, two sets of people who find it most difficult to get funding are tech entrepreneurs and social entrepreneurs.
That's right.
And I happen to be both, so imagine how hard that is.
To the power of two. Why do you think that is? Is it because the risk for investors is just, too opaque?
I think you bring up a very good point. I do think that investors here, first of all, there are fewer to start off with. There are much fewer VCs, even angel investors. There isn't a structured network through which you can reach out to them. You kind of come across them ad hoc. So that's part of the problem. Now, the other problem is there are opportunities out there that you can invest in where you can quantify the return to a certain extent. With innovation, what happens is it's a new platform, a unique concept, CareZone is at least, and that makes it that much more difficult to guarantee returns or predict them in any way. But that doesn't mean that the opportunity doesn't exist. Mm-hmm. It's an unknown. There is a science to it, obviously, and so we have, the financial projections and so on and so forth. But investors here are much more risk averse than most other regions, and so they'd much rather put their money into something that's tried and tested, for example in the West, and try to execute it locally, but the business model is already done somewhere else and somebody's proven that it makes sense and makes money. Mm-hmm. So now that's obviously something that a unique concept, one that's never been done before, can't do. You can't offer that to investors. But again, that doesn't mean the opportunity doesn't exist.
And tell us, I mean, what's the scale of funding that you're actually looking at? I mean, how difficult is it, and how much is it?
So we're actually looking for $500,000 US, and this is supposed to help us, build out the team, marketing, business development. We have lots of plans for expanding the platform, even taking it online with e-commerce, and this is expected to last about a year or so. To me, this is the optimum amount that needs to be raised to do things right. Now, the unfortunate situation is that there are angel investors who make smaller investments to a smaller tune, and there are VCs that have money set aside as well to invest into businesses, but they look for bigger opportunities, and so we kind of fall in between the two. So that's one of the challenges.
That's a key challenge right there.
Right. So we're kind of in that middle ground where nobody's really serving an investment of that size.
But that would be ideal, I think, for a corporation that has a CSR budget, because I know, for example, the likes of Do and the Savola Group, and they've got marketing budgets that are in the orders of $20 million that are looking to put it towards good use. So cause marketing would be an amazing way. Invest in something like CareZone through your marketing budget. Use that app and push it out there as your way to give back to the community.
Because I guess it does shine a light on that kind of cycle of entrepreneurship, the hype, the excitement at the early stages. And I'm sure, Ritesh, you felt that when you were at GTEx and the launch and how exciting it was when it first happened. And then it's that's yesterday's news, and now we've got this fresh round of ArabNet entrepreneurs, and GTEx is just around the corner again for another fresh round. So we're going to have all these skeletons and empty vessels, year after year, if the constant giving and constant investment into this space is not there. So, Ritesh, where can people, if they're driving along in their cars and they said, I have got to spare $500,000 US to give to Ritesh, where should they contact you?
Well, they can go to the website and find out more about CareZone first before they give us their hard-earned money. And the website is www.care-zone.com. We have contact information up there. Any emails that you send to any of those addresses will come to me, so I can get in touch with them very easily. Or find me on Facebook or Twitter. Just Twitter handles Artilani. I'd love to hear from anybody and everybody, just to say hi as well. I mean, you don't have to give me your money. I love hearing from people.
Okay, well, it's wonderful to have you in the studio again, Ritesh. Thank you very much for being here. Now, Yorgos, you haven't gone yet, but we, if people want to get involved and still give to you guys, is that at all possible as far as the Up Greek Tourism project goes?
It's not possible currently to give money, but we are collecting, we are creating a database of people that want to join us in whatever we're going to do next.
Okay.
The list, we already have a lot of people, but hopefully even more. Anyone who's interested in helping out Greece and ideally Greek tourism. Our website is upgreektourism.gr, and there you can find links to our Twitter and our Facebook page and all of our videos, and you can register for our emails and just to keep track of what we're doing.
Well, thanks guys for coming in, and all the very best for your projects, and I'm sure we'll be in touch very soon.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.